Alrighty, good afternoon, everyone. We are ready with the second match of Smash and Grab 2025. What a brilliant game we had. The first one between Royal Hunters and Badshah, were the underdogs. They were amazing to watch. They won the first game of this tournament, defeating one of the difficult teams in the Smash and Grab. We are ready for the second match. This is Sonic Cricket Club and Calgary Super Kings. This game is being known as a toughest game of this tournament because these two teams, they have big players on their side. Oh, what a delivery to start off. That's a way to start off. It was a test match length, pitched right on the good length, nipping away just at the last moment. Batsman had no clue about it. The man you're seeing on your screens is Badshah, current national player of Team Canada, alongside. That's a beautiful flick straight away, and he opens his account with a maximum. Dot ball to start, and then a maximum in reply. What else can you ask? You go on to bat, you get a ball on your leg, and you just need to put that away. That's what he did. Usually we see a boundary on that delivery, but he's a player of that capability that he can get sixes even on those deliveries. First one for this game. Last game was a 145 run game where the ball went to the where the game went to the last ball. It was an interesting match. We'll have to see how much they can get here because it's considered that 150, 155. If you have a good bowling lineup, you can give a fight to the chasing team. But if you want to go above par, you need to score around. That's a step out. Outfield's not that great, so maybe it'll stay inside the rope. He'll get a couple there. Dilpreet Bajwa. He's full of confidence. Played on mid-off here. Just for a single to get off strike for the first time in this match. Dilpreet. Now Robin will be on strike. He'll be facing his first delivery. The Smash and Grab T20 tournament, one of the most awaited tournaments of Calgary, will be played today, tomorrow, and the finals will happen on Monday. You'll see a tough fight from all the teams. Nicely played by Robin. It was just straying down the leg. Just puts that away towards the backward square lane, fine leg region. So it was dot, six, double, single, single. Tap that away just for a single once again. And that's end of the over with that single. Dilpreet will stay on strike. It's 11 for no loss for Calgary Super Kings. Here's playing 11 on your screens for Calgary Super Kings. Dilpreet, Robin, Kanwar Man, Parthvyas, Praveen Dhul, Ravinder Pal, Tajinder Singh, Gurbaj Bajwa, Manpreet Gill, and Ashish Malhotra. They won the toss, selected to bat first. Let's see how many runs will they put on the board. Sonic Cricket Club, this is a solid side. They've got Saad Bin Zafar in their side, who was former captain of Canada. Yusub Haq, Ram Singh Sarpanch, Gurmak Randhawa, Jotsai, Saad Bin, Aman, Bhagwan Sandhu, Deep Patel, Kalimullah, Stephen Veg, and Sai Teja. That's in the air. Fielders coming underneath that. And that's a drop. You won't expect that. At this stage, they need wickets because it's early on in the innings. The last thing you'll want is dropping the catches and robbing getting ahead of the game. Stephen Wing. First ball, straight up in the air, and a drop. Not a good start to this over. That's wide. He's got a really good action, Stephen. Gets that late swing as well. We saw that the line was not right, but the length was. So he'll be looking to correct the line here. Every time we have seen left-handers bowling against the right-hand batsman, they try to pitch it up just like that and try to bring the ball in towards the batsman so that they can bring that bold and LBW into the play. We have seen that so many times. We have seen Indian batters getting out on that, like Rohit Sharma, Virat Kohli, Shubman Gill against Trent Bolt, Shaheen Afridi, Mitchell Stark. These are just few names, but the plan is kind of similar when it comes to all the left-hand bowlers. They just try to pitch it up, swing it back in. Dilpreet's back on strike now. That's a brilliant delivery this time. Just a little back of length, going away from the batsman, which is a good variation to have because if you try to bowl the same deliveries all the time, this is shortest format of the game, and that's when you get predictable and you get to hit for the boundaries. This is the last thing you'll want. But Dilpreet got a chance there after the drop catch, shuffled across this time, plays it with soft hands. But this is good from Stephen. He's not letting him open his arms. He's trying to contain him within that fourth and fifth stump line. We saw Royal Hunters got a pretty good start in the last game, but going towards the end in the middle overs, they didn't have a good time. That's why they ended up scoring only 145. That's in the air. Chance again. No fielder. He'll come back for two. He's making him look uncomfortable there. Dilpreet. He's still trying to judge that bounce and pace of the wicket because the ball is new. So it's swinging. It's having some extra bounce. And with Stephen hitting the shoulder just towards the end, gets that little zip. That's a nice one. Plays it with soft hands towards the backward point. Just for a single to end this over. 6 coming off that and a drop catch for Dilpreet. It's 17 for no loss after 2. Here's Sonic Cricket Clubs on your screen. Yasub, Ram Singh Sarpanch, Gurmak Randhawa, these 3 players. They are big players for their side. Yasub, I remember in the last year smash and grab, he scored a century right in the first game. He scored 140 himself. And he was batting against the likes of Sohail Tanveer, former Pakistan international player. Played it with soft hands. Dilpreet it's okay to spend some time in the middle and get things going from there, because we have seen if you lose the wickets, then it's really hard for the batsmen in the middle order to come and straight away start hitting the ball. So it's better for the openers because it's power play going on. You can take a little bit of time, and at the same time, you have the opportunity to go over the 30-yard because only two fielders are there on the fence. But this guy, Kalimullah, he's tall. He's getting extra zip off the wicket. Steps down, and that's a flick. And that's a maximum or a boundary. We'll just have to figure that out. Umpire's confirming that. But whatever it is, that was a brilliant shot. That's a boundary. Boundary being signaled by the umpire. But this time it was Robin who stepped down the track, just trying to disrupt the line and length of the bowler. Because Kaleem, he was constantly bowling in that area with that length. That's played towards the fine leg. Outfield's not that great. Saad's chasing it. They'll get two. Will they come back for three? No. He's quick enough to get that back to the keeper. The game's going at a steady pace. Not many runs being scored, but at the same time, bowlers trying to take that first wicket and break the opening partnership, because these two are looking dangerous. They're technically very solid. They're playing cricketing shots. Oh, that's a brilliant delivery. That is the one you'll be looking at. That's a peach of a delivery by Kalimullah. He's given 18 of his 1.5, but the bowling has been good. Sometimes the scorecard doesn't tell you much about how the bowler has bowled, because they can get unlucky as well. He again comes down. Will be played for a single to end this over. 8 coming off that. It's 25 for no loss after 3. Stephen back into the attack. Looked really good in the first over. But now Robin and Dilpreet, they've gotten kind of an idea of how he bowls. That's in the air once again, mistimed. And that's a catch taken. Finally, a first wicket. He created a chance on the first ball of his previous over. That time it was Dilpreet who got lucky. It was a drop catch, but this time Robin, he was trying to play that over the long off, but completely failed in that, because remember, Stephen's getting that extra zip once he pitches the ball in that good length area. And that's where it's getting hard for the batsman. First wicket down for Calgary Super Kings. Parthveas in at number 3. He's one of the most promising talent of Calgary. Parthveas. 25 for 1. A bouncer to welcome him. A good way to welcome him. Single and he'll get off strike. But that's a good way because he knows that once he's pitching it short and he has that extra pace in his action, so he's able to generate that. Interesting field set now. No slip, but they've got a fine leg in place. Pulled away and beautiful shot. Not enough pace on that this time. And Dilpreet was no shot of power on that. What a brilliant shot. I guess he was waiting for it. He got a little predictable there and there was not enough pace to deceive the batsman. That's how Dilpreet. You saw his class earlier as well. And here's another example. Is he going to pitch it up this time? No, he goes short. He goes banged. And that's a boundary. You need to bowl full now because batsman knows what's coming. And when the batsman knows what's coming, this is what happens. 6 and a 4. There was a wicket in the start of this over. He's making some changes to the field now. But once Dilpreet gets set, I don't think so fielders matter. Because he has that power, he has that timing, he has that class to hit you all over the park whenever he wants. This is a good delivery, a little change of pace as well. We'll get a single on that. One thing I've seen in the first 14 deliveries that Dilpreet has faced, he is struggling a little to play on the offside. He's really strong on the onside. Played that flick and these 2 pull shots in this over. But whenever the bowler in fact had forced him to play on the off, whether it's a cut or a drive, he has struggled a bit. So that's a nice one to end this over. A good comeback after that maximum and a 4. It's 37 for 1 at the end of 4 overs. And we would like to thank our sponsors for this smash and grab mega event. That's Badshah, Sherbon, Man Mortgages, and Prep Ultra Realty. When you say sell, we say sold. That's a tagline. But here we go, Kalimullah back again for his 3rd over. That's straight, that's beautiful, that's over. We'll have to see it's a maximum or a boundary. That's a boundary. He's looking so good after that drop catch. He's making full use of the power play. He knows only 2 fielders are there on the fence. So he can choose a spot, he can attack the bowler. Usually Kalimullah was bowling around the short and good length with that 4th stump line. But this time he went a little full and he paid the price for it. Because in T20 you don't have much room for margin. So it's 41 now. They're off to a good start. They lost one wicket. Cuts that away this time. Misfield. Third man will cut that off, just a single. Nicely played by Parth, because the fielders are just on the edge of 30-yard. It's hard to stop a single from there. So batsman has that chance to rotate the strike. That's what they did. Will be interesting to see if captain will bring in Saad, because they're two right-handers. I know it's power play, but he has a lot of experience. If he can get one wicket from here and you have two wickets in the power play, things can change. But at the moment, they're looking really good. Calgary Super Kings. That's edge. No slip. Obviously won't go to the fence, but they'll get a double there. It was a nice one from Kalimullah once again. At times, he has executed perfect deliveries, but has been unlucky. Either it just missed the edge of the bat, or when it took the edge, there was no slip. That's appeal, and that's gone. Down the leg, that's the worst way to get out. I think Dilpreet knew it. The moment he hit that, he just nicked it. And good take by the wicketkeeper behind the stumps. It's two down now. Both the openers back in the hut. They are 45 for 2. Kalimullah just striking at the right time. Whenever they need a wicket, he says, I'm there. 45 for 2 now, 4.5 overs. Dilpreet departing back, scoring 33 of his 18 deliveries, 2 fours and 2 sixes, with a strike rate of 183. But nicely taken behind the stumps. Ashish in at number 4. Will just be a single to get off the mark, and it's end of the over. Successful over for Sonic Cricket Club. It's 46 for 2 at the end of 5 overs. Here we go. We have the star of the evening, Saad Bin Zafar. I was just talking about captain bringing him in the power play. And that's a boundary to start off with. He's got no mercy on him. And 50 up for Calgary Super Kings straight away. You see a bowler of that stature in the attack, doesn't matter because you are playing the ball, not the bowler. So that's what Ashish did. He just went over the infield and got a first boundary for him in today's match. That's a good one. Quick in the air this time. You need to give one or two balls to the bowler to get settled. That's a nice one. Nicely tucked away off the legs. Saad is captain Canada previously and now is an integral part of the team. Trying to sweep part there because he's slow in the air, so it's gonna be hard to go down on the knees and sweep him away. He steps this time, doesn't get any run there. Dot ball again. Has just given 5 of this over. Guides that towards the short third. Will be a dot ball to end this over. He got hit for a boundary on the first delivery. After that, it's a brilliant over. Just gave 1 in the other 5. It's 51 for 2 at the end of power play. That was a signal by the umpire that the power play has ended. So now we have 5 fielders on the boundary markings there. And straight away spin into the attack. Ram Singh comes into bowl right arm off spin from round the wicket to 2 right-handers. We don't see that usually nowadays in the modern cricket. We talk a lot about matchups, and if they're right-handers batting, we have seen captains avoiding off spinners, but this time Ram Singh, he is taken up a fair and will just be a single. Outfield hasn't been that great. We have seen batsmen hitting good shots, still getting just 2 or 3 runs because it's heavy near the boundary markings. The grass is stopping the ball every time. But they are trying to build up a partnership here, Ashish and Parth. Play towards long on. Bowler ran himself. I think he should save his energy because if he's in early, I'm hoping he's gonna bowl all 4 overs of a spell. And if he runs like that again and again, he's gonna get tired for sure. So better he saves his energy and tries to focus on bowling. Swept away nicely. Again towards the backward square leg. Looking for a double, but won't get that. Fielder was quick enough to get onto it. This is where we saw Royal Hunter struggling in the last game. They got a good start in the power play. This time he has played that over the third man fielder. That was a switch hit. He's coming back for two and will easily get that. But that's a nice initiative to do something different. You know, if a bowler is bowling that orthodox length, you need to disrupt him. You need to tell him that you're there for something and you're there to score runs. They've taken 6 runs off this over. No boundaries yet in this one after the power play has ended. They got a square leg, mid wicket, long on, long off, and an extra cover out on the boundary marking after the end of that power play. That's a full toss, swept away nicely, and that has gone all the way, I guess. 6 to end this over. He gave 6 in the first 5 deliveries and then gave a maximum on the last one. So 12 coming off that and a successful end to that over. 63 for 2 at the end of 7. Saad comes back into the attack once again, gave 5 as his first over. Parth cuts that away. That's for a single there. We'll be seeing a lot of big players playing in this league because it's smash and grab. It's a once a year tournament and brings in all the excitement in all the players within Calgary and outside Calgary too, because it's one of its kind. Smash and grab T20. We'll have the finals on Monday. This is what the teams are fighting for. They want to be in that final. They want to be part of that big game. We'll only have 2 teams going there. We have 3 groups, 3 matches happening for today and tomorrow at each ground. So we have 3 grounds assigned for this. 9 games on a single day. That's a big task. But I think everybody's coping up well with this league. 4 singles of the first 4 balls. Steps out and that's a wicket. First one for Saad Bin Zafar of smash and grab T20. 3rd wicket down. Calgary Super Kings. Parth, who's a promising batter, is now going back to the pavilion after scoring just 6 of his 11 deliveries that he faced today. Didn't look comfortable in his whole innings, and that's why you can see this team celebrating and disappointed Parth heading back to this pavilion. 67 for 3 now. Kanwar Pal, and at number 5, he's taken 1 wicket now, Saad. Starts off with the dot ball convert and ends this successful over. Just 4 coming off that and a big wicket off part. 67 for 3 at the end of 8 overs. Ram Singh is now back into the attack. Gave 12 in his previous over. Ashish plays that nicely towards mid wicket. They will be looking for 2, and that's good running. Good running. They'll get 2 there. 69 for 3 now. We've got 71 more deliveries to go in this innings. If they can get around 100 runs on those 71 deliveries, will be a really good total here at Westwinds Cricket Ground. That's played straight, and that's straight into the fielder's hand. What a brilliant catch by Yasub Haq. 69 for 4. Calgary Super Kings struggling. Ashish goes back, scoring 20 of his 12 deliveries. 1 boundary and a 6. 69 for 4. Calgary Super Kings, they need a partnership here. So left-hand batter at the crease now. It's Kanwar Man. So it's Kanwar Square batting at the middle right now. Kanwar Man and Kanwar Pal. 69 for 4. They're in trouble. Calgary Super Kings, they need a partnership. And at the same time, they need runs as well. They would want both the batters to stay for long and in the middle, because if they continue to lose wickets like these, they won't be able to get to a good total. That's uphill, maybe going down leg, but that's a good way to start against a left-hander. So now Ram will enjoy a little more because he has a left-hander at the crease now. Earlier he was bowling against the right-handers, which is a little more difficult for the off-spinner. That's again a nice delivery. He's giving just about right flight and the pace at the ball. That's what making the batsman think of the shots they play. He's given 14, taken 1 wicket in his 1.4. He's been decent in his bowling. Plays that this time towards the mid wicket. They ran the first one hard, but Kanwar Pal is not interested in getting a second one here. He'll be facing his second delivery and the last ball of this over. This has been a brilliant over by Ram. Just given 3 of it, taken 1 wicket. That was wide outside off stump. That's played straight because the outfield's not that quick. So Saad will be able to cut that off. Will just be a double. That's a good over. 5 coming off that and a wicket. 72 for 4 at the end of 9. Saad's back again. 10th over of the innings. Oh, that's extra bounce. Surprising for Kanwarman. Saad has been exceptional in his bowling today. 2 overs, 9 runs, 1 wicket. That was outside off. There's a single again. The plan's clear. He's trying to bowl away from the batsman. He wants the batsman to try to drag the shots. Or if you have the ability to hit over point or cover, you can do that. You're welcome to do so. But mostly we have seen batsmen slogging the balls. So just to avoid that, he's bowling away from them. Short ball, and that has been hammered away nicely by Kanwarman for a boundary. First one for him for the day. A rare bad delivery from Saad. He's usually very spot on with his bowling, but a short pitch delivery gave a lot of time, and he was right on it. Nice delivery. Outside off stump flighted. Not turning the ball much, but the line and the length and that pace, the way he's bowling, is just so good to watch. That's played towards the long on. They're looking for 2. They should be able to get, yes, because if you run the first one hard, you can easily get 2 because the outfield's not that quick. That's a dot ball to end this over. It's 80 for 4. We are halfway through the innings. So we are halfway through 80 for 4. This is the batting card on your screens. Calgary Super Kings, after winning the toss, they got to a good start, but then they lost wickets. Dilpreet Badshah scoring 33 of 18. Robin scoring just 9. Parth getting out for 6. Ashish getting out for 20. And right now, Kanwar Pal and Kanwar Man, they are trying to build up a partnership here. But if you look at the bowling, which has been really good by Sonic Cricket Club, they've got 1 wicket each. 4 bowlers, 4 wickets. Everybody's got a wicket. Just a single on that one. You're watching this live broadcast on 22 Yards Network. If you haven't subscribed the channel yet, please do that, because we're going to be bringing live cricketing entertainment for you for next 3 days and going forward as well, because we'll be covering elite group matches of CNDCL as well. So to follow all the cricketing matches and the entertainment, just subscribe and press the bell icon as well. And don't forget to like the stream. That's a quick single just in between that. Tap and run. But Ram Singh, he has been exceptional today as well. Was a little expensive in his first over, but after that he has made a good comeback. So spin twins working out for Sonic Cricket Club at the moment. Saad Bin from broadcast end, and Ram Singh from Rajveer Banquet Hall end. They've got 3 runs in the first 3 deliveries, 83 for 4 now. We saw Royal Hunters scored 145 in the previous game, and the ball went to the last ball, which was an interesting game to watch the previous one. If Calgary Super Kings are able to score around 150, it's going to be a very interesting game. Played nicely. Dot ball. That's nicely bowled once again. That's a quick run. Could have been close if it was a direct hit. That's a risky one. That's a risky one. You will want to avoid those kind of runs, because if you lose a wicket here, then it's going to be really hard for Calgary Super Kings to recover back. That's played nicely towards the long on. Just for a single to end this over. It's 85 for 4 at the end of 11 overs. 85 for 4. Change in the bowling attack. Saad's been held off by the captain. Played nicely down the ground. Just for a single. Jot is the new bowler in. Tries to go big on that. We'll just get a single bottom edge off the bat. It's 86 for 4 at the moment, 87 in fact, with that single. Will be interesting to see how will they go from here, because they've taken their time. They lost wickets in quick succession there, and then Kanwar Mar. They are trying to build up a partnership here, but Kanwar Man has played 12 balls. He has had enough time on the wicket now, because you need to make sure that you're not running out of time as well, because this is shortest format of the game. This has been played nicely over the covers fielder from back foot. They'll come back for 2. Not enough power on that. The run rate's just around 8, which is nice to see. That's in the air, no timing, fielders underneath, and that's an easy catch. 5th wicket down. Kanwar Man just throwing his wicket. Looks like he got tired there. That's one of the bad shots to get out, and not a good way to get out. 90 for 5 now. Last ball of the over. Appeal. uh, Having no interest in that. So a dot ball and a successful over. Another one for Sonic Cricket Club. It's 90 for 5 at the end of 12 overs. Just 8 overs to go from here. Will be interesting to see 48 balls. How many runs can they score? Saad's back into the attack once again for his last over from a different end now. He's given 16, taken 1 wicket, has been very economical. That's played nicely just for a single. Ravinder Pal and Kanwar Pal now. Kanwar Man lost his wicket in the previous over that they were trying to build up a partnership. But Ravinder, he can hit the big ones as well. But it's going to be hard against Saad because cuts that away nicely. They'll be looking to come back for 2. That's a good throw. Just got a single on that. Just a dot ball. He's weighted his pace nicely so that the batsmen they just look for that flighted delivery. Then he goes with the quicker one. When the batsman is looking for that quicker one, he goes flighted. He has deceived the batsman in his pace, the way he bowls. He has a lot of time to change things at the last moment in his action. Taps away nicely, just for a single once again. 3 coming off that, and it's 93 for 5 after 13 overs. 13 overs, 93 for 5. Laid down the ground. They need to push hard. They need to convert those singles into doubles because there are no boundaries coming at the moment because the fielders are on the boundary markings. So it's hard, obviously, to get those boundaries. But since the outfield is slow, you can just try to push the ball in the gap and push the first one hard so that you're at least ready for the second one and put some pressure on the fielder. 13.194 for 5 has been played towards the square leg. That went quickly, so they'll just get a 1 there. But at least on some kind of shots where you're just tapping it in the gap, that's where you can eye for 2 runs by running the first one quickly. Nicely played. That'll be a dot ball. The line and length of this whole team, Sonic Cricket Club, has been amazing to see. Whether it started off with Kalimullah and Stephen, then after that spinners came into play. Obviously, we expected Saad to deliver. And then alongside Ram Singh also bowled some good overs. That's a good shot. That is a brilliant shot. He needed to do something innovative, and he has executed that nicely. Boundary. A welcome boundary after a while for Calgary Super Kings after losing a bunch of wickets back to back. It's 99 for 5 now. They still got 38 balls to go in this innings. It'll be interesting to see if they can get another 50 runs in those 38 deliveries. That'll be taking them to just around 150. That's a misfield by Yasub on point. Just a single. And that brings up 100 for Calgary Super Kings. They're 100 for 5. Ravinder and Kanwarpal, they need to stay there. They need to get things going. Last ball of the over. Let's play it again. This time Yasub didn't make a mistake. So dot ball to end this. It's 100 for 5 at the end of 14. Ram Singh back into the attack for his last over. Starts off with a wide. We got 36 more balls to go from here. Run rates 7.21. 101 for 5. That was pitched up. Played just for a single. 7.2 the current run rate. This one. Yeah. So we're gonna be heading up towards an interview here. We have Dilpreet Bajwa ready for an interview, who is a current Canada national team player. And here we go towards Dilpreet.
3, 2, 1 countdown as well. I can even take your phone number and call you from there. All right, hello everyone, and we're joining you here from the WESTWINDS ground now. And I'm here joined by Dilpreet Bajwa, the captain of the Calgary Super Kings, as well as the national Canadian team's member. How's the game been going so far? How are you feeling with where the position is for your team?
Feeling good. I think we had a good start in circle, and I think right now, things going good. But we need to still make some runs. I think hopefully guys playing well, they'll make good score.
And how are you expecting your mindset or the team? How will the team discussion with the team change as a result of how the first half has gone so far?
I think discussion is just need to win. I think nothing much. I think everybody came here to win the game, right? So I think that's the job, and need to play proper cricket to win the game. That simple as that. Yeah.
Amazing. And to talk about some recent events with the Canadian team qualifying for the ICC T20 World Cup, how are you feeling about that? How are preparations coming along there?
I think it's a proud moment for all Canadians. Second time in a row we qualify for the World Cup. I think it's the biggest event in the World Cup, right, as a T20. And I think preparation, we have ODI series coming up, so we're not preparing for T20 yet. I think after that we're gonna play some matches in Sri Lanka and India. So hopefully it will go well. I think that's the preparation we're gonna do.
Amazing. And then for some entertaining content along with this, what's your go-to hype song or pre-game song that you find yourself listening to and preparing for the match?
There are a couple of, but I mostly when I try to bat, usually we don't have phones in the international game, but in club games, I listen Argentelo song Dunia. So it give you some kind of momentum to bat because as an opener, I need to go and charge, so it give me some spark.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for joining us, and best of luck for the game and for the tournament as well.
Thanks so much. Thanks so
Of
much.
course. Thank you for your patience with that. Thank you. Now let's see what the.
Just 1 point. He's not the captain of the team.
I realized after I said that because I got the look.
So we had an amazing conversation with Dilpreet Bajwa, who told us upcoming plans, preparations for the T20 World Cup, and the ODI series that they're gonna play soon. So we wish him luck for that, and we are proud to have him here at the Smash and Grab Calgary. That's played towards mid-off region just for a single to end this over. And that's 117 for 6 at the end of 16 overs. 4 more overs to go from here. 24 deliveries. The run rate 7.3, which is just about right. But they'll like to take it to 8 runs per over, with which we can get around 160. Start of 17th over, and it's string down the leg. That's a good way to start. Kalimullah is back into the attack once again. Started off the innings and now is back for the death overs. In 18 for 6, Ravinder Pal, he's on 13 from 10. That's down the leg, wide this time. But the plan's clear. He's gonna go full, he's gonna go Yorkers. And that's the only way to go for the Pacers in the death overs. Either you can change your pace, bowl wide of the batsman, or you can go for the Yorkers. Because there are just 23 balls remaining, and batsman is gonna go hard on you. That's Yorker once again, played nicely. He's pushing hard for the first one, and he's crawling back for the second one. Will he come back for 2 this time? Again, he gets 2, which is good if you're not able to get boundaries. At least he can get those singles and doubles to get the score ticking because they need to get somewhere around 145, 150. That's going to be a good total here. That's what we have been talking about since the start of the innings. That's again tapped away just towards the square leg for a single. But Kaleem has been exceptional. The way he has bowled, I know he's given 35 and is 3.4, but he has executed the lens right. That's going towards the fine leg. Won't obviously go to the boundary. There again coming back for two, maybe leg byes. We'll wait for the umpire's signal. No signal for the umpire. That means it's from bat. So Parveen was on 7 right now from 6 deliveries. 126 for 6 is the score. Haven't got a boundary yet in this over, but they have been able to score 9 runs off this. That's a short pitch delivery, played nicely. Doesn't have enough legs on it to go to the fence, but they'll come back for 2. 11 runs off that, and that ends the spell for Kalimullah for the day. He gave 39 in his 4 overs and took 1 wicket. It's 128 for 6 at the end of 17. Stephen's back for his 3rd over and 18th over of the innings. There's 3 more overs to go from here. Played towards long on. Saad's there, so he'll just cover that off. Will be just a single. That's one of the things. That's why power play is very important here at this ground. If you are able to score around 55-60 by just losing 1 or 2 wickets, that's the only way to go here. Because we have seen in the middle overs. Now it's second match of the day here, and both the teams have struggled to get runs in the middle overs. Stephen, he got 1 wicket today. Started off with a single. That's again a good one. Will just be. Oh, they came back for 2. That's good running. That's good coordination. The moment he hit that, he knew it. He's gonna go back for 2. Parveen, but it was a good Yorker by Stephen. That's again played with soft hands. Again, they will come back for two. That's good running. That's good batting too. The score is at 133. They still got 15 more balls. If they can get around 25 more runs in those 15 deliveries, they'll be very happy with the finish. Because then they can finish just around 160, which is a good total. That's nice. That's nice from Stephen. He's hitting that Yorker length again and again. And it's hard to do as a bowler, but if you can do that, that's how you're considered apart from the competition. A dot ball. He's given 5 of this over, no boundaries. That's wide Yorker this time, just a single.
Not trying to go too fast. Not trying to pull too fast, pull it out. Although it's good. It's good bowling.
That's a good one. Once again, trying to keep it away from the batsman. Again, that wide Yorker. He's bowled both kind of Yorkers, the ones in the stumps too, and then the other one a little wider. Last 2 overs, last 12 deliveries. Will be interesting to see how many runs can they get from here. Calgary Super Kings. They're 135 for 6. 15 more runs will get them to 150. That's a good shot. That's a big shot. That's in the gap. And that has been put away for a 4. Nice way to start this over. Takes the score to 139. Now he'll try to maximize this over because he's got that momentum. It's all about getting 1 or 2 hits right, and then you suddenly start to see the game starts to change. That has been hammered away once again. They're coming back for 2. He has to run quick. He'll make it. He came back for 2. It was a little hard, but the throw was not as good. So he made it. So 6 runs in first 2 deliveries, which is a nice start to the second last over. Jot, who was a little expensive in his first 3 overs, as considered. He's been given the ball for the second last over by his captain. That's a hard job to do because, you know, the batsman gonna come hard on you. That's played straight. That was hard. Even though he was able to stop it, that was a hard blow on his hand. 7 of the first 3. Can Praveen get some big ones? Or will he just rotate the strike and let Ravinder do the hard part? Will be interesting to see. Some field changes. This is the hard part as well, because when there's left-hander and a right-hander batting in the middle, you have to change the fields, you have to adjust the lengths. That's high in the air. Saad's coming underneath, and he will take those kind of catches. He won't drop those. It's easy for him. That's 7 down now. Second wicket for Jodh. Praveen departs for 14. That was a good one. Wicketkeeper missed that, and they ran away. Just a single, but the main thing is Ravinder is back on strike. That's what he wanted. One. That's a big one. That's a huge one. That's a maximum. That's why he wanted to run so hard for that single, because he knew what he can do on that last delivery. They are 149 for 7 now at the end of 19 overs. 6 more balls to go, and Ravinder's looking so good. Six more balls to go. They are already above the par score. 149. I think 145 is the par here.
Yeah.
Jodh finished his spell.
615.
36 runs, 2 wickets, 4 overs. And that's last over of the innings. Last 6 balls. Stephen is given 25 in his 3. Will he execute those Yorkers again? Yes, he tries to do that. Just a single. That's what they wanted. And that's 150 up for Calgary Super Kings with that single. That's a good total. They still have 5 more balls to go. All they will want is Ravinder to be on strike and get at least 1 or 2 maximums so they can cross 160, which is going to be a hard one to get on this ground. The Sonic Cricket Club, they've got a good side. This is way outside the wide guidelines. Will be a big wide signal by the umpire. That's a good one. That's a brilliant delivery. This is what captain would like to see in the last over, that you're bowling out of the reach of the batsman. We have seen nowadays bowlers trying to do that a lot because the batters, they got heavy bats in their hands, especially when those hitters come into play. That's a good one. Once again, Stephens, he's been spot on with his bowling. Ravinder's trying to coming back for 2, but he won't get it. Manpreet was not interested at all. There has been good first 3 deliveries, just given 3 of those. 1 coming off the wide, 2 coming off the bat. 3 more to go from here. And Ravinder Pal, he's played a good knock. Good cameo of 34 from 22. That's a short pitch delivery. And they ran quickly for a single. That's a good strategy because they want him to be on strike. Now last 2 deliveries, I think Stephen will again try to go wide, and that Yorker length against Ravinder, because we have seen him struggling against that, because it's hard to put that away. This time a Yorker within the stumps. That's beautiful bowling. Just 4 runs conceded off his 5 deliveries in the last over, where the batsman is fully set. He's comfortable hitting big sixes, but not against Stephen. Last ball of the innings. Can he get a big one? Can he get a maximum and finish at 159 and give the target of 160? He tries to sweep it. That's in the air. Will that go over? That's way over. So yes, he will finish with a 6. He will finish at 159 for Calgary Super Kings. And when Sonic Cricket Club will come into bat to chase this down, they'll have to chase 160 of their 20 overs. That's an excellent finish by Ravinder Pal. He scored 40 of 24 with a strike rate of 166. This is Calgary Super Kings scorecard on your screens. Dalpreet Bajwa 33 from 18, Robinson getting 9, Parthwea 6. The middle order was not able to get runs. They lost all the wickets in that middle phase of the game, but then there you see that not out innings by Ravinder. 40 of 24. What a brilliant knock, with Praveen getting 14. So they finished at 159 for the loss of 7 wickets, with 6 extras coming from Sonic Cricket Club. If you look at the bowling card, Kalimullah 4 overs 39, 1 wicket. Stephen 4 overs 35, 1 wicket, was spot on with his Yorkers. Saad, exceptional as always, 4 overs 19, 1 wicket. Ram Singh, he got 2 wickets in his 4 overs, conceded 28, and Jot Sahi gave 36 and took 2 wickets. We'll be back after a short break, and we'll see Sonic Cricket Club chasing 160 in their 20 overs against Calgary Super Kings.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah. Yeah, it's easier to, yeah.
So you can put this one inside. And
So you guys are just gonna use one. Okay. That one's working.
Ready? Okay. Hi, we're here at the West Winds ground with the first day of the Smash and Grab tournament with Saad Bin Zafar, who's the highest wicket taker in Canada T20 format. How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing great as well. I have a couple of questions here with me. We know you've been captain up until recently. How was your experience leading the national team of Canada?
I think it was a great experience. You know, for any cricketer, it's an honor to represent the country and to lead the country. On top of that, I think it was a very prestigious position and a moment for me. And I was very happy and honored that under my captaincy, Canada regained the ODI status after 10 long years. And then under my captaincy, we also qualified and played the first ever T20 World Cup. So those are the two achievements that I'm really proud of. And now I'm still playing as a player and representing my country. So still proud and happy that I'm representing my country well.
Yeah, those are amazing achievements. Like, glad to. The second question is, how does it feel back to be in Calgary after 7, 8 years and be a part of the tournament?
Yeah, you're right. I'm back after 7 long years. The last time I played this tournament was, yeah, 7 years ago. I have actually missed it. It's a really nice place to be and to visit. Aside from the competitive cricket that we play, so happy to be back here. Happy to be playing this competition. A lot of teams have really competitive players all over from North America, from USA and Canada as well. So hoping for to play some good competitive cricket for the next 3 days, and hoping that my team will go all the way and win the trophy.
Yeah, it's an honor to have you here with us. Um, it's been great so far seeing you play. My next question is, what's your favorite moment in your cricket career?
One would be to captain Canada in a World Cup and win against the Test nation Ireland. We beat them in the World Cup, and then the other would be winning the Man of the Match award for the first ever GD20 that we played in Canada. I was the Man of the Match in the finals. So those are the two highlights of my career.
That's amazing. The run chase currently is 160. How does that feel? And how do you feel about chasing that?
I think it's a competitive total. I would say one around 150 is the par score, so they got like 10 over par. So I think it will be a competitive game and competitive chase. If we can score well up top in the power play and cannot lose too many wickets, I think we should be able to chase it.
That sounds great. Another question I had was, what would you give? What's something that you would tell the youngster, and like any piece of advice that you want to share with us, coming from the highest wicket taker?
Yeah, I think I would just tell everybody to keep their head down and put in the hard work. Hard work is the key. It takes consistency and hard work to achieve things. Good things takes time. So even if you're going through a difficult phase, don't give up. Just believe in the hard work, and eventually, with time, things will happen for you.
All right. Thank you so much for your time. We'll see you in the matches ahead.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank
Thank
you.
you. Yo, I was kabayan ko. Still running. Oh, wait. We need to switch it on there. No, no, slow down. नहीं नहीं बस मतलब किया वॉल्यूम थोड़ी बढ़ा के रखो चाहे माइक है ना फिर भी प्रमोट
if you wish to. It's been doing commentary all my life.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you do the follower and lead kind of thing?
Yeah.
You do? Oh, nice.
So it's end of 2 overs, 9 for 2 wickets. A double wicket blow for Sonic Cricket Club here. Tajinder striking twice in the over. They completed 2 catch and they're chasing 160, which is above par score here at this ground. It's going to be a tough one for Sonic Cricket Club to chase this down because they have a solid bowling attack. Calgary Super Kings. Ravinder Paul played a nice cameo towards the end to take them to 160, which is now going to be a tough total for them to chase down. So Yasub Haq, he scored a century in the last season, and everybody is expecting him to play a big part here as well because he's a very important player for his team. He's a left-hand elegant batsman. और जब इनके बल्ले पे गेंद आती है, then everybody likes to watch him, and he gets quick runs too. Pishle season we saw he was smashing Sohail Tanveer all over the park in his 100. Smashed away once again, but they got a fielder in place for that. He'll just get a single there. That was a full toss by Gurbaj. Gurbaj is also current national team player for Canada. All this talent representing local Calgary teams. It's so good to watch. It's a proud moment for Calgary. जो ये stars सारे यहाँ पे अपना प्रदर्शन दिखाने आए हैं अपनी टीम के लिए. That's played nicely towards mid-off. Misfield from Parth. We'll just get a single and get to Yasub on strike. The good thing is they have a left-hand, right-hand combination in the middle. This will make things annoying for the captain because field sets बार-बार change करनी पड़ती हैं और जिसके चलते गेंदबाज को भी अपनी लाइन और लेंथ में एडजस्टमेंट्स दिखानी पड़ती हैं, and then they tend to make mistakes. That's down the leg, fine leg, fielded nicely. That was direct hit. That's a good one. Dilpreet straight away went to the fielder and gave him a little bat. So it's 12 for 2. Not an ideal start for the power play when you're chasing 160. बट बहुत शानदार शुरुआत है कैलगरी सुपर किंग्स के लिए. They got a slip in place, which is nice to see because the ball's still new. It's shaping out. That's a big one. That's a huge six. Wow. This is what this guy can do. That's why I was mentioning it earlier. ये बहुत खतरनाक बल्लेबाज हैं. इनसे बच के रहें. यसूब हक ये अपनी हक से बल्लेबाजी करते हैं. ये बहुत खतरनाक बल्लेबाज हैं. He's got that temperament. He's got that skill to make some big runs for his team. That's played straight this time. Fielder's chasing that. I don't think so he'll be able to stop it, but he does. From here, it felt like it's going so quickly because he timed it so nicely, but it just stopped near the boundary markings. The score is at 20 for the loss of 2 wickets. एक बार फिर से उसे खेला है मिड ऑन की दशा में, just for a single to end this over. A good over for Team Sonic. It's 21 for 2 at the end of 3 overs. Dilpreet Bajwa comes into the attack, so straight away spin is in play. There were 2 fielders out. He's an off-spin bowler, so against Yasub they were long on and mid-wicket. Starts off with the wide down the leg. They'll easily come back for 2. Not a good start for the over. The kind of pressure the medium pacers have built, it's not a good start considering that. So now they're at 24 for the loss of 2 wickets at the end of 3 overs. Run rate is 8 runs per over. That's what they need. A quicker one, just a tap and run. He's getting that drift on the ball. वो गेंद क्योंकि नहीं है तो वो एंगल से बाहर जा रही है. टर्न तो उतना देखने को नहीं मिलेगा. We saw that with Saad as well. He was not turning the ball that much because it's cement. And that's a wicket. With that angle, with that drift, because the ball is new, it was going out and it was pitched up nicely by Dilpreet. And that has given him his first wicket for the day. He just yogged him up. 25 for 2 now. In fact, 3 now. Deep, जो कि एक पार्टनरशिप बनाने की कोशिश कर रहे थे यूसुफ के साथ. Now he's going back. It's not good signs.
After wide single. Yeah, after wide single, no, no. After wide single,
Dot, yeah. Dot and a wicket. 25 for 3. That's a good start. नए बल्लेबाज क्रीज पे आते ही स्ट्रेट अवे अटैक.
Bhagwan Sandhu? Yeah,
That's a quicker one on the leg. Just a single. He's given 7 of this one, taken 1 wicket as well.
कौन है? कौन है? ठीक है, जब जाए बैटिंग पे जाएगा तो डाल दूंगा.
A dot ball to end this over. It's 28 for 3 at the end of 4 overs. 4 over की समाप्ति. It's 28 for 3. 28 पे 3. दो ओवर बाकी हैं पावर प्ले के. 12 गेंदे. The current run rate is 7 runs per over. Required run rate 8 runs per over. Praveen Dubey. Dhul, in fact. Praveen Dhul. He's into the attack for the 5th over of the innings. They're right on. Calgary Super Kings. They've got 3 wickets in the power play. And as a batting unit, power play बहुत important है इस ground पे, क्योंकि जब field खुल जाती है तब बाउंड्रीज वैसे ही आनी बहुत मुश्किल है. ये हवा में गेंद है. कैच की आवाज़ है लेकिन फील्डर से बहुत दूर. He'll come back for 2.
क्या लगता है देविका आपको याकूब का विकेट कितना इंपॉर्टेंट हो सकता है इस गेम में यहाँ पर?
सिंगल एक बार फिर से. I have Sajal alongside me in the com box. We'll hear from him as well what he thinks. Sajal, क्या लगता है? Yasub, he's a big man and they've lost 3 wickets. How important it's for him to stay there till the end because they're chasing 160.
Thank you. It's a long target, and the only key you can take this match through is when you stay there for a longer time, and Yusuf can actually do that. He's have had immense experience. A gentle cut would have wanted a single, but then this is what CSK is known for. This is what CSK is all about. They put in everything on the field, and every run they're saving is actually adding on to the pressure to the batsman. And I would rather say that Yusuf has to play a long reading out here, and he has to take the lead as a senior batsman to take this through. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean he has that capability. He's got runs under his belt. He has always looked in form. It's never been a time where I've seen him out of form, where he's not in touch. But at the moment, the situation is like they need a partnership and a quick partnership as well because you don't want to let the required run rate go up and up because that's the thing in the chase. Because once the required run rate goes above 10 runs per over, then it's very hard to chase, especially on this ground where after the power play it's very hard to score boundaries. We saw that in the middle phase in both the games. Like this is the second game for the day. So आखिरी गेंद है ये भी ओवर बहुत कमाल करा है just 4 off it. And that's a play and miss once again. Dot ball to end this over. Well capped by the wicket keeper. It's 32 for 3 at the end of 5 overs. Last over of the power play. 32 for 3. Dilpreet back into the attack once again. That's a good one. Tap and run can be a risky call. That's appeal. And umpire saying that there was no vision. He doesn't have a conclusive evidence of giving any decision on that. His vision was blocked. But that was a risky run. I won't suggest them taking these kind of runs because if you lose a wicket through run out, that's the last thing you will want on this in this chase, I would say, because they have already lost 3 wickets right in the power play, haven't got many runs, and this target of 160 will suddenly start to feel like 190 if you lose one more wicket. Tries to go big, will just get a single. Dilpreet, he's not giving much air to the batsman. He knows if he gives air to right-hand batsman, they're going to go big on him. So that's why he's pulling flat and quick. Again, plays on back foot Yasub. This time easy single. Trying to go for a big shot. Edges that near the backward point in third man region. Will come back for 2 again. That's played towards the cover. Just a single. Once again, Dilpreet's has been amazing in his first 11 deliveries. Just given 13 runs, and out of those 13, he gave up 3 wides to start a spell. So if you leave that, then it's pretty good spell. Last ball of the power play. And he tries to sweep. It's going down the leg. And a dot ball to end this over. It's 38 for 3.
For 3. 6 overs. 38.
It's end of power play signaled by the umpire. 6 ओवर की समाप्ति हो चुकी है. 38 रन है 3 विकेट के नुकसान पे. अब 5 फील्डर्स बाहर होंगे सीमा रेखा पे. और ये एज अभी अभी स्लिप इस गेंद से पहले ही तो वहां से हटाया था स्लिप को, क्योंकि पावर प्ले समाप्त हुआ और साथ ही एज आ गया. लकी यहाँ रहे भगवंत. Yasub, he's on 15 from 13 deliveries. His team wants him to score some big runs because he will play an important role in this chase. Slogs that away. It's going in the gap. But fielder cuts that off. Achhi fielding वहाँ. At the mid-wicket region will just be a single. But he's showing some signs of attack, which is good because he's playing against Praveen, who's a left-arm spinner. So it's like thing that he will go big against him and Bhagwant can stay calm, which he would not be anymore because बड़े शॉट के लिए जा रहे थे and he lost his wicket straight away. That's what I was suggesting. He can stay calm, rotate the strike, but no, he wanted to go big. He wanted to take the risk, and this time the risk has gone against him. They've lost the 4th wicket now. It's 40 for 4. Praveen strikes. उनकी पहली विकेट आज के दिन की. Now they've got to slip in place again. Jot is in at number 6 here. Look at that required run rate. It's slowly going up. And from 8 runs per over, it's now at 9 runs per over. So अगर ये 10 के पार चली जाती है तो मुकाबला हाथ से निकलना शुरू हो जाएगा सोनक क्रिकेट क्लब के लिए. और फिर याद आएगी वो पारी रविंदर सिंह जिन्होंने 24 गेंदों में 40 रन बनाए और पहुंचाया अपनी टीम को 160 तक. Plays on back foot, cuts that away. Will just be a single. With that single, it was end of the over. 41 for 4 at the end of 7 overs. That's in the air. That's chance of a wicket. Will that be taken? And that's a brilliant catch. That is a big, big blow. Yasub Haq is the man who's going back. यही बात कर रहा था मैं कि प्रेशर बढ़ेगा तो चांसेस ज़्यादा लेने पड़ेंगे and when you take more chances you are risking your wicket more. Yasub Haq lost his wicket. He made 16 today off 15 deliveries. Sonic Cricket Club, they are struggling. Not having a good time in the middle because half of their side is in the hut and they have only managed to score 42 at the moment. 7.3, 42 for 5. Forty-two for 5. New man in now. That's appeal. That's appeal. And umpires, even before he raised his finger to walk. So ye chhata wicket. That's 6 down now. Sonic Cricket Club. They are being pushed out of this game now by Calgary Super Kings. It's hat-trick ball for Manpreet and just a dot ball on that.
It was caught behind or a little bit of caught behind. Those are new ones when they came out, right? Saad had two dots for right.
Yep. Saad Bin Zafar. He's on crease right now. Played two dot balls, but they're in so much of pressure. Sonic Cricket Club.
Can we just be paused for like just 1 minute? These are ready. Would you mind?
No, no.
We'll just steal it. We'll quickly get it done.
Yeah, yeah, I
It
know.
won't take too long, right?
Yep.
Okay. So let's do that. Okay. So we'll start that right in the after the over is done. Start after the over is done. Right?
How's the camera angle?
So you got his credentials right? Cricket Canada
Yes.
Secretary.
Alberta Cricket Association
Association
Secretary, Management for Calgary Super Kings.
Yes.
Leave that part out.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. Just those.
Please.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Sounds good.
After the over,
Mm-hmm.
let's just watch this over get done first. You ready? Here we go. Okay, let's go.
All right.
1, 2.
Hello, everyone. I'm here joined by Sunny, who is the current secretary of Cricket Canada as well as Alberta. Federation. Welcome, Sunny. How does it feel to be part of the tournament from a different perspective?
It's great. This is awesome for Calgary. This whole setup. The organization has been really good, and I love how many stars have come local to play here. I'm local from Calgary as well, so this is great for the cricket, and I'm loving it.
Absolutely incredible. And I've heard that this is some of the highest turnouts from an international standpoint, with a lot of international players playing as well. How has the synergy been between the international players as well as the local and younger aspiring players at the tournament so far?
So this is great for grassroots and the local players, right? They get mentored by these players. As far as I've seen, these internationals, they are willing to share their knowledge and teach, right? So they've been with the team. I've seen Jesse playing here as well. Praveen is right now playing inside. DP's playing, right? So these guys are really shedding some knowledge to all the grassroots and local level players. That's great to see.
Amazing. And as someone who's local from Calgary myself, incredible to see the exposure that the players here is getting as well. And we've recently heard some great news with Canada qualifying for the ICC T20 World Cup. How are you feeling about that? How are the executives at Cricket Canada feeling about that as well?
So this is our second consecutive qualification for World Cup. We are super excited about it, and this is especially in India this year, the biggest diaspora across for cricket, and we are super excited. The team's super excited, and I hope every fan in Canada will be super excited to watch us there.
Oh, most certainly. And as you said, this is the second consecutive year that we are qualifying for this. How do you think the approach from Cricket Canada is changing or from the team is changing going into the World Cup?
So we obviously need to expose these players to competitive cricket more. We're putting some initiatives together so they can go train with these high-profile athletes, full member nations, play more cricket outside of Canada, and of course inside routes, so that more games, more experience, more fitness comes in, and of course, hopefully, we do really well.
Absolutely. And then last but not least, is there anything in particular you're looking forward to about this tournament? We have a couple days left here, so
Hopefully, the weather gods don't disturb the tournament, and I would love to see all the international stars competing all the way to the finals and a bigger turnout. Hopefully, we can have Martindale with a bigger turnout come out and show the world Calgary's got it, right? So, yeah.
absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us, and that was lovely to hear where Cricket Canada has been up to these days.
Thank you.
Of course. It's
Thank
so
you.
awkward.
That's played straight once again. Just a single on that. So Saad hitting a brilliant six on the first ball of this over. It's 59 for six. They know just round up. They need now from here 10 runs per over. 101 required of 10.2. Manpreet has given 9 of this over. Took 2 wickets in the previous over. Changed the game from there because he got Yasub out. And that's end of the over. Halfway through, 59 for 6. They need 101 from 10 overs. Dilpreet's back into the attack once again. Just a single on that. It is 60 for 6 now. He's given 14 in his 2.1. They need exactly 100 runs from here. That's a big shot, and that's a good shot. Nobody moved. That's a boundary for Jyoth. He got few good shots in the previous over as well, but was not able to get a boundary or a maximum. But this time, it was hit in the gap, hit powerfully, and went to the fence. That's inside edge, going towards the fine leg. They're coming back for 2. Little mix up. That's a run out. That's a run out. That's the last thing they would have wanted. And that's a big wicket. Saad Bin Zafar, a big player going back to pavilion. And guess what? Run out ke zariye wicket khoya hai. That's the last thing you would want as a player as a team and the kind of situation Sonic Cricket Club are in. Now they are 7 down. It's down the leg. He's trying to bowl way quicker than a spinner should. He should become a medium pacer, I would think, because he's bowling that quick. He hasn't given a flight on a single delivery here. Every ball has been quick in the air. This time it's in the air. Missed timing, and will just be a single in the no man's land area. That's a Yorker. Just a dot ball. Wide single dot. Wide single dot. That's a no ball signal by the umpire. That is interesting. That was a free hit. That will go as a dot. And 67 for 7 at the end of 11 overs. Sonic Cricket Club. That's edge, and that's going towards the third man. Will be a double. Abhishek Bharat, the impact player, who replaced Parth Vyas for Calgary Super Kings. So now it's both the impact players for both the teams against each other. Let's see. कौन ज़्यादा impact डालता है फिलहाल. This is in the air. That's in the gap. They'll come back for two easily. And they're coming back for the third one. They're getting a little casual here, Calgary Super Kings, because they know they're way ahead in this game. That's a good shot towards cover. Just a single here once again. Oh, that was very close to the wickets. It's 73 for 8 at the end of 12 overs. I'm sorry, there was a little glitch in the live stream, and we're back live now. Stephen and Jyoti, they're betting on the crease. Sajal, what do you think that the Sonic Cricket Club would have done better in order to get this chase done? Because they seem to be completely out of the game right now.
So, one thing, if we take it back to the first innings, they went a little casual in the last few overs. They should have contained Ravinder, and that extra runs actually gave the momentum to CSK. They started very well, but couldn't contain them within 130. That was a good ball. Absolutely no appeal. They knew it's much higher than the wicket length, and Tejinder Johal, he's a speedster, he's a speed gun. But for coming back to Sonic, they're a very experienced team. They're the one who won the Canada Day Cup in Martindale. They come with same set of players who actually lifted the cup there. Oh, it was a direct hit. Appealing umpire, absolutely not interested in giving out. It was well made home. But with this, the run rate what they are playing, and now it's 8 wicket down. CSK somewhere in back of their mind, they already know that they've made this game in their favor. यहाँ पे एक अच्छा प्रयास करने की कोशिश थी, लेकिन ओवर थ्रो से रन उठाया. जो भी रन आ जाए, ये फायदे हो सकते हैं यहाँ पे. हर एक रन आपको अपने लक्ष्य की तरफ ले जाता है, और ये एक रन भी काम आएगा. लेकिन अगर विकेट की तरफ देखें, जो 8 विकेट गिर चुके हैं, ये बड़े भारी पड़ेंगे अब सोनिक को. अब कोई चमत्कार ही होगा जो इन्हें बचा सकता है यहाँ से.
जी सजल, बिल्कुल जिस प्रकार से ये पारी चली है, the way Calgary Super Kings have bowled in the power play, that was the whole difference, because start CSK को बहुत अच्छी मिली थी, whereas Sonic को भी बड़ी start चाहिए थी, because they were chasing 160 to lay that foundation for the middle overs and the middle order to come in. उनको चाहिए था कि 50 से 60 रन बने, बिकॉज जानते हैं हम इस ग्राउंड की डायमेंशंस आउटफील्ड वो बहुत ज़्यादा इफेक्ट में आती है व्हेन द पावर प्ले इज़ ओवर. When the five fielders are on the boundary marking, it's really hard to score boundaries. We even saw that in the previous game. We saw that in the first innings. वो रविंदर पाल की brilliance थी जो 160 तक ले गई. He played that excellent cameo with a strike rate of 170. That was a big one. So अभिषेक भारत 6 रन दिए थे पहले ओवर में, इम्पैक्ट प्लेयर के तौर पे आए हैं. और फिलहाल ज्योति भी इम्पैक्ट प्लेयर के तौर पे आए हैं, लेकिन इम्पैक्ट अभी तक अभिषेक का ज़्यादा रहा है. एंड CSK की पूरी टीम का इम्पैक्ट इस गेम पे देखिए, कॉन्फिडेंस ही अलग है. वो शोल्डर्स जो है ना, दे आर टचिंग द स्काई, दे आर ऑल द वे अप. वो जानते हैं कि डोमिनेट कर रहे हैं राइट फ्रॉम द बॉल वन. कभी गेम में दिखे ही नहीं है सोनिक. Yasub Haq, when he was there, we were thinking that he can maybe play a long inning and get them over the line, but no, he lost his wicket in the pressure too when his team needed him the most. जी बिल्कुल सजल यहाँ कह रहे हैं कि पार्टनरशिप्स बिल्कुल नहीं आई हैं जी, साझेदारियों का एक खेल है क्रिकेट। बल्लेबाजी अब अगर आप कर रहे हैं, स्पेशली चेज कर रहे हैं, वो कैलकुलेशंस, वो साझेदारियाँ, दैट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। दैट्स लॉक्ड अवे टुवर्ड्स द मिड विकेट। हमने अभी तक दूसरा मैच उस ग्राउंड पे चल रहा है, कैमियोज देखे हैं, किसी से बड़ी पारी नहीं देखी है, वो 60-70 या शतक नहीं देखने को मिला है। And this has been slogged away once again, swept away, and this completely stopped near the backward square leg region. सजल, आपको क्या लगता है कि क्यों अभी तक हमें एक भी सेंचुरी या फिर बड़ा नॉक देखने को नहीं मिला है? क्या विकेट में कुछ डिफरेंट है? आप अंपायरिंग करके आए थे पहले मैच में, क्या लगता है आपको?
देखिए, कंपायर के नज़रिए से देखें और मैं पिच को बहुत क्लोजली फॉलो कर रहा था उस वक्त, पिच में बाउंस इवन है, तो आज ये कहना कि अनइवन बाउंस आएगा, वो नहीं था। जब मैं पहले मैच में अंपायरिंग करने गया था तो मैंने पिच को अच्छे से ऑब्जर्व किया कि अनइवन बाउंस नहीं है, सो पिच को दोष देना इस वक्त गलत होगा कि बाउंस अनइवन आ रहा है, बाउंस बहुत ही इवन है यहाँ जो। और ये फिर यही चीज है जिस चीज की दरकार में है सीएसके, और सोनिक ने आज यही लगातार किया है, जो आते रहे और जाते रहे। एक और विकेट यहाँ पर एक अच्छी तरह से उठाया था, लेकिन फील्डर ने कोई गलती नहीं करी और एक कैच।
जी देखिए, दिलप्रीत बिल्कुल एंजॉय करते हुए इस समय गुरबाज बाजवा का वो अच्छा कैच लॉन्ग ऑन की दिशा में परवीन को मिला, उनका दूसरा विकेट अपने ओवर, अपने स्पेल का आखिरी ओवर लेके आए हैं। आखिरी विकेट बची है। नाउ इट्स जस्ट अ मैटर ऑफ टाइम कि कब कैलगरी सुपर किंग्स को वो विकेट मिलेगी और वो अपनी जीत की खुशियां ऑफिशियली मना सकते हैं। पहला मैच हारा अपना बादशाह के खिलाफ, उनके खिलाफ फिलहाल ये शॉट देख लीजिए, ये अच्छा शॉट, बहुत देर के बाद ये शॉट देखने को मिला, एंड इट्स अ मैक्सिमम। सो ये मैच जिसमें बहुत पीछे रह गए, जो गलतियां की हैं वो रॉयल हंटर्स, क्योंकि आपने उस टीम के मैच की अंपायरिंग भी की थी, यू नो देयर बॉलर्स बैट्समैन, यू नो देयर स्ट्रेंथ्स, उन्होंने क्या गलतियां की, दैट्स हाउ दे लॉस्ट द मैच। क्या कहना चाहेंगे नेक्स्ट मैच के लिए, सोनिक क्या डिफरेंट कर सकते हैं?
एक अच्छा रन चुराते हुए बीच में। अगला गेम एक बहुत ही अच्छा गेम होने वाला है, क्योंकि दोनों ही टीमें अपने ये अगर ये मैच सोनिक हार जाता है जो कि पूरे कगार पर है, तो दोनों ही टीमें अपनी पहली जीत लेने के लिए उस मैदान में उतरेंगी और काफ़ी तगड़ा मुकाबला हो सकता है, बिकॉज when you've lost a game, you're hurt, and when you're hurt, you bounce back strong. So both teams will like to win that one game, the next game, and how Hunters would want to come back. They have a very strong bowling lineup, I must say. Andre, who's a Caribbean player, he came back with a very, very good bowling, and you also see the likes of the captain of the US team. Uh, Both of them, and on the side of Sonic, इन्हें क्या करना पड़ेगा, इन्हें बस साझेदारियां निभानी है, इन्हें सिर्फ अपने प्लेयरों पे भरोसा दिखाना है। अगर वो कर गए और थोड़ी देर क्रीज पे टिके रहे और पार्टनरशिप बनाई तो आप मैच खींच सकते हैं। लेकिन जिस तरह ये मैच में खेला है, जितनी ज़्यादा जल्दी विकेट्स गंवाए हैं, 14 ओवर में आपके 9 विकेट डाउन हो चुके हैं, तो ये शायद एक अच्छी रणनीति नहीं रहेगी अगले मैच के लिए। दे वुड डेफिनेटली वांट नॉट टू रिपीट द सेम मिस्टेक व्हाट दे डिड इन दिस गेम।
जी बिल्कुल, सजल ने मेंशन किया कि बोथ द टीम्स विल बी हर्ट आफ्टर लूजिंग देयर फर्स्ट मैच। तो जो घायल शेर होता है वो ज़्यादा घातक होता है। तो दोनों ही घायल शेर जब आपस में भिड़ेंगे, इट विल बी वेरी इंटरेस्टिंग कॉन्टेस्ट। बस उम्मीद ये है कि बारिश बीच में खलल ना डाले। स्लॉक किया है यहाँ, मिड विकेट इज देयर, सिंगल मिल जाएगा। द स्कोर्स एट 90 नाउ फॉर द लॉस ऑफ 9 विकेट्स। लेकिन यहाँ ये तो क्लियर हो गया, इफ यू आर पास्ट 150 and you bowl nicely in the power play, you take 2 or 3 wickets. That's a big shot, that's a chance of a catch. Dillo takes it, and that's end of the innings for Sonic Cricket Club, and that's a comprehensive win for Calgary Super Kings. They have played like champions. That's it for Sonic Cricket Club in this game. Now they will face Royal Hunters. They have lost one game. Royal Hunters have lost one game. Now they'll be playing against each other, and let's see who will win their first game. But at the moment, Badshah in this group have won their first game, and the Calgary Super Kings is the second team winning the first game. This is the batting card on your screens. Gurmak getting 2, Sai Teja just 6, Yasub 16, Deep Patel 1, Bhagwant 11, Jotsai 11, Amandeep 0, Saad Bin getting 15, 9 for Jyoti, 7 for Stephen, Kalimullah scoring just 7. They're bundled out for 90. It has been an amazing bowling effort by Calgary Super Kings. If you look at the bowling card, it's very impressive bowling card. Gurbaj Bajwa, 2 overs 16, no wicket. Tajinder Singh, 2 overs 9, 2 wickets. Dalpreet Bajwa, 3 overs 21, 1 wicket. Praveen Dhul, 4 overs 23, 2 wickets. 2 wickets for Manpreet and 2 wickets for impact player Abhishek Bharat. And clinching a convincing victory, Calgary Super Kings here by 69 runs, which is going to be a huge impact on the net run rate. And now they will be at the top of the table with this win. This is the match summary. This is the points table, in fact. Let's have a look at this. I'm talking about the Group C. If you look, Calgary Super Kings with that humongous net rate. It's 3.45 net run rate with the 4 points. They just got one win. Badshah winning the game in the morning. And now the evening game, which was between Sonic and Royal Hunters, the bottom runners in this points table. They'll be battling against each other to get their first win. If we look at the other points table, White Rock Warriors and Kings 11 Calgary, they're on the top in the Group A. And Group B, Banff YYC Berg and YYC Thunder are on the top in the Group B as well. We would like to thank our sponsors for this mega event, which is Smash and Grab T20, brought to you by CNDCL. You're watching this live on 22 Yards Network. If you haven't subscribed the channel yet, please do that. And our sponsors, their Prep Ultra, your backing has been a pillar of strength for this event. But Kadai, thank you for believing in the local talent and community cricket. Sharebon, Man Mortgages, and all the sponsors who have contributed in this broadcast and in the success of this event. We'll be right back after a short break where we will have Royal Hunters facing Sonic Cricket Club.
Hello, everyone. I'm here joined by Paul, one of the umpires for the Sonic versus Calgary Super Kings games. How's the tournament been so far?
Well, it's only day one, and there's still a lot of cricket to be played. But so far, the weather's held out. That was the biggest concern for today, going into today. So there's a lot of great talent on display, and I think about half the teams are enjoying themselves right now. The other half, not so much. But still lots of cricket to come.
Absolutely. And is there a moment on the field that's really stood out for you today?
You know what? I think just the teams are playing a lot of teamwork. They're very respectful, and that's nice to see. When you get a lot of this international talent that comes in, and players from other parts of the world, it's really nice to see them all working together and showing respect to the other teams and to the officials.
Absolutely. And just before we wrap up here, what are you most looking forward to for the tournament?
Just seeing the variety of players on display here. We've got players from South Africa, Australia, West Indies, coming from all over. As well as from all parts of Canada. So just seeing some of those big names that you recognize from the TV and being able to be up front and part of the action should be a good time.
That sounds like an incredible privilege. Well, I wish you best of luck. I can only assume it's not the easiest to be the umpire out there. But thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Of course. All right, welcome back. How does it feel to win man of the match?
Yeah, it's great. I'm playing first time for Kings. I think it's a very good feeling to getting man of the match for them.
Absolutely. Is there anything you'd have changed going into the match?
No, just as I told earlier, simple cricket. Just focus on what we used to do earlier. So just we did it and we win it.
Do you have any learnings from this match you look forward to taking into the upcoming games for the tournament?
I think fitness wise, yes, because outfield is heavy, so we need to save our bodies for finals as well. So we need to put effort. At the same time, we need to save our body as well. That's a learning.
Incredible. And then being man of the match, playing for the Canadian national team, do you have any advice for youngsters or aspiring cricketers? Maybe something you've received that you found was game changing for you?
I think dedication and we need to give time to the game. It's not easy. You're gonna get your chance and just wait for your chance. God will help you if you're playing with your heart. I think whenever you're gonna get your chance and just play with your good feeling and you perform well, and it will help to get good performance for players.
Amazing. Thank you so much and congratulations on the win and on man of the match. Of course.